Do you ever feel like something inside you shifted? Not broken, not damaged, just rewired. Like your mind doesn't move the way it used to. Moments feel shorter, thoughts feel louder, silence feels suspicious, and attention slips through your fingers like water. We used to say the internet changed the world, but the truth is quieter and heavier. It didn't change us, it rewired us. There's a moment, you've lived it, we all have. You pick up your phone, not because you need something, not because you're waiting on a message, not because there's a task to complete, but because your hand moved before your mind did. A phantom pull, a quiet muscle memory, a twitch that feels older than your awareness, a subconscious reach. Like your fingers know a secret shortcut to feeling okay, as if they've rehearsed this motion 1,000 times in the background while you weren't watching. You unlock the screen, nothing new, nothing urgent, nothing worth the disruption. You notice that, and yet you scroll anyway. Your eyes glide across fragments of lives, a joke delivered with perfect timing by someone you'll never meet, a tragedy unfolding oceans away, a face filtered into something softer than truth, a product promising to fix a problem you didn't know you had, a headline sharp enough to pierce your calm, a stranger dancing in a kitchen you'll never step inside to a song you don't even like. You take all of this in without lifting a single emotional muscle, just absorbing, just drifting. You think you're choosing these things. You think you're making decisions, micro decisions, little intentional moments. But your thumb has its own momentum, its own appetite, its own rhythm. A rhythm you didn't create. It's strange. How natural it feels. Like breathing, like blinking, like scratching an itch that wasn't there until you notice your hand already moving. Soft ambient swell. There's no dramatic moment where the world shifts. No announcement, no warning. No single day where you look up and say, yes, this is where the rewiring began. Instead, it happens quietly, in the subtle places, the small spaces, the intermissions between thoughts, the pauses between tasks, just tiny rewires. One swipe at a time, one scroll at a time, one micro hit of, maybe this will feel good at a time. And the wild thing is, you never feel the change in real time. You don't feel the synapse rerouting itself. You don't feel the tiny reward systems calibrating around the next flick of your thumb. You don't notice the slow erosion of your inner stillness. It's like watching the ocean wear down a cliff. You don't see each wave do anything. But one morning, a whole piece of the coastline is gone. And then, one day, you wake up inside a mind that doesn't feel like the one you started with. Not broken, not ruined, just different, rearranged in ways you can't fully map, edited by forces you never consciously agreed to, and it hits you. This wasn't a transformation, it was an accumulation, a layering of tiny silent moments when your hand moved first. Your mind followed, and the world slipped in through the smallest open door. Here's what no one tells you. The internet didn't arrive like a new technology, it arrived like a new nervous system. We plugged into it, and it plugged into us. Think about how the mind used to work. Thought, action, curiosity, search, boredom, imagination. Simple, linear, human, a rhythm older than electricity, older than language, older than memory itself. But the internet reshaped that flow, bent it, compressed it, turned everything into loops, tiny feedback cycles, closed circuits where beginnings and endings blur. We don't search for answers anymore. We wait for them to appear. We don't wonder. We refresh. We don't drift. We scroll. And none of this was malicious. It wasn't some villain twisting a dial in a dark room. It was mechanical, systemic, a machine doing what machines do, optimizing, predicting, compressing. Every swipe taught your brain something. More is coming. Every notification taught it. You're wanted. Every algorithmic prediction whispered, you don't need to reach. We'll bring the world to you. And your neurons listened. They adjusted their expectations. They adapted their timing. They rerouted old pathways into new ones. Tiny biological wires shifting to match digital rhythms. The internet became a teacher, and your brain became the student. Let me show you with a story. Small, simple, quiet enough that it hides in plain sight. There's a kid, maybe 12. He's drawing a silly sketch, nothing serious. A character with big shoes and big dreams. He laughs at it, loves it, feels proud of the weird angles, the messy lines. Proud because it came from him, from his hands, from the private little spark only kids seem to still have. Then he posts it, just to share it, to show the world a tiny piece of his joy. 1 hour, 2, nothing, no likes, no comments, no tiny fireworks of digital approval. He looks at the drawing again. Suddenly it feels wrong, embarrassing, pointless, like it belongs in the trash, not the world. The drawing didn't change. His brain did. It rewired what good means, shifted the definition of value from internal to external, from I love this to do they love this? Or take the way we read. We don't read, we skim, jump, scan, slide. We hunt for the bold words, the spicy sentences, the emotional cliffs. Not because we're impatient, not because we lost discipline, but because the platforms train the brain to expect acceleration, motion, pacing that never lets you settle. Like someone tapping your shoulder every 3 seconds saying, next, next, next. And attention, the quiet engine of the human mind, got spliced into fragments, split into dozens of invisible tabs. One for what you're doing, one for what you might be missing, one for what you should have replied to, one for what might happen next, and one for nothing at all. Just noise, just habit, just a phantom itch that feels like thinking but isn't. And here's the unsettling part. We like to think we're in control, that we pilot our thoughts, that we choose where our time goes. But the truth is simpler and scarier. We're not choosing anymore. We're reacting, automatically, instinctively, effortlessly, the way a knee jumps when the doctor taps it. Reflex disguised as desire. It's like the internet carved new reflexes into us, a new baseline, a new default pattern the mind slips into without asking permission. Every app is a tiny lab. Every feed is an experiment. Every swiping motion is a spark across a new neural path. We didn't upgrade, we adapted, and adaptation, as nature has always warned, doesn't ask if the change is good. It just asks if the change is possible. And we were possible. Another beat, another loop, another pathway carved in silence. Here's the part no one wants to admit. The rewiring wasn't one way. We talk about the internet like it's this giant organism studying us, learning us, predicting us, like we're passengers on a train that will never stop to let us breathe. But we forget something so obvious it feels like a secret. We're learning it too. We've been learning it from the moment we touch a screen, from the first notification that flickered like a tiny promise, from the first scroll that felt like dipping a bucket into an infinite ocean. Your brain isn't broken. You're not malfunctioning. You're not behind or weak or too addicted to focus. Your mind is simply optimized for a world that never ends, a world that never closes its doors, never dims the lights, never says, "That's enough for today." And in that world, we adapted. We became faster, almost animal-like in our sensitivity, quicker at detecting patterns. Micro-patterns are the kind that don't even exist in nature. Trends, shifts, threats, contradictions, distractions. We sense them before we can name them. We grew a new instinct, a kind of digital intuition, reading emotion through fragments, making decisions with barely a full breath, forming judgments in milliseconds, and somehow believing that's normal. But here's the twist. Every upgrade comes with a price. Every gain shadows a loss. We traded depth for speed, long thoughts for short hits, presence for availability, moments for momentum. And somewhere inside us, we keep mourning something we can't fully describe: an inner quiet, an older stillness, a version of ourselves that wasn't always sprinting, wasn't always plugged in, wasn't always performing. We think we lost something ancient, some spiritual muscle, some mental gravity that used to keep us rooted. But maybe that's not the real loss. Maybe the real loss is that we forgot the rewiring can go both ways. Neurons don't care what shapes them. They only care that something does. Traffic or silence, noise or breath, chaos or intention. And if the internet could shape us once, we can shape ourselves back. Close your eyes for a moment. Let the room soften around you. Let the weight in your jaw loosen and the noise you've been carrying settle. Imagine the mind you once had. Not better, not purer, just slower. A mind that didn't sprint to fill every empty second. A mind that didn't flinch at stillness like it was something dangerous. Remember how a day used to feel long? How an afternoon could stretch like a horizon with no rush to meet it? There were pauses back then, tiny pockets of nothing, and somehow those nothing moments made you feel fuller. Silence didn't feel threatening. It wasn't an alarm bell for distraction. It was just silence. Normal, gentle, unremarkable. The kind of quiet that lets your thoughts walk instead of run, meander instead of perform, unfold instead of try to impress you. And boredom, it didn't feel like pain, didn't feel like withdrawal, didn't feel like hunger. It was a doorway, a soft knock from your imagination saying, "I have something to show you if you're willing to sit with me for a moment." You're not broken without your phone. You're not malfunctioning. You're just unused to limits. We didn't lose the ability to think deeply. That muscle didn't disappear. It just got quiet, like a library no one has walked into for years. We stopped feeding the part of the brain that grows depth, the part that wanders, wonders, connects things that don't normally touch. Your brain is not a finished sculpture. It isn't marble. It isn't fixed. It's wet clay, soft, warm, impressionable. It's always reshaping itself, always listening, always learning from whatever you repeat. Every scroll, every pause, every breath, it pays attention to all of it. And somewhere beneath the rewired circuits, beneath the reflexes, beneath the loops you didn't choose but inherited from a world running too fast, there's still a version of you that remembers, a version that knows how to be human without mediation, how to sit, how to breathe, how to notice sunlight on your skin without needing to capture it, how to feel something real that isn't delivered by a feed or shaped by an algorithm, that you isn't gone, never was, it's just quiet, just patient, just waiting behind the static, waiting for you to return. The internet rewired us, but the mind is still ours to reshape. If you want to keep exploring this, stay with me, subscribe, and let's relearn the mind together.